we've got to talk about Ella Toone's goal, and obviously the fact that she's back and everything else, because she has had a month and about a month and a half out with obviously her injury. And this one is no debate what the goal, who the goal scorer was. And just again, because I'm really happy that of the angle of the goal, I'm going to play our view where me and Jess were sat for this goal. And if you listen carefully, you can hear a certain Mia Claydon go, "Oh yeah." Like, I think she says something like, "Oh yes," or "Oh my," or something like that. Just listen to when the Ella Toone strikes the ball and you'll hear a Mia Claydon in the background.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, hell yes, that's what she said. I knew it was something along those lines. That's Mia, obviously, you can hear. But honestly, unbelievable strike and everything. But Jess, I'll start with you on this one. Two-part question, really. Obviously, how good it is that she's back in the team. Well, three-part question, really. One, that she's back, the goal itself, and just her overall performance. I think, in general, I actually thought she was really good. Obviously, the goal was amazing. That obviously took the limelight. But I actually thought she was really good just in general when she came on.
Yeah, that was too many questions. You can't ask me 3 all in one go. I'll have forgotten like 4 of them by the time I answer. No, I thought the goal was fantastic. And I just think, like, out of everyone on that pitch, like, she needed that goal and that performance probably more than anyone. She's had a really, really rough time. And I know we've sort of brushed on it. And I think she put out a bit of a statement and sort of brushed on it herself, like, obviously, you don't want to get injured, but I think it was like a blessing in disguise for her. I think she got herself like physically fit, but also, like mentally got herself back to where she kind of needed to be. Because she's, bless her, she really has had a tough time recently. And I think it just got her out of like the limelight a little bit as well. But talk about coming back with a bang. Like absolutely incredible. And she scored a couple like that last season, didn't she? And it's just, as soon as she lined up and as soon as that ball left the foot, you were just like, yeah, I know where this is going. I thought her overall performance was really good. I think, obviously, we mentioned it before, the subs came on and changed the game. And I think she was a big part in that. I think it just added like a lot more made the midfield a lot more like dynamic and movement sort of a lot quicker and got the ball pinging around a lot nicer. And she only needs a little bit of space. And I think the fact that she had the confidence to do that after having so much time off injured and then, not really performing as she would have wanted prior to that. I think to have the confidence to actually take that shot on and then to see it going in such sort of spectacular fashion, I think is fantastic. And I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that it was really, this should be her back now, and really hopeful that is her back performing to the best of her ability, like we know she can do. So yeah, dead happy, so happy. I'm a big Tooney fan anyway.
I think that's it. She doesn't do simple goals. I'm trying to remember the last time Tooney actually scored, because her last 3 obviously was that one, the one against West Brom, the one at Wembley, and the one before that was Leicester away, which also won us that game, which was a rocky as well for anyone that remembers that one. So her last 3 goals have all been, pretty incredible. So Charlie, same kind of questions over to yourself in terms of her return, the goal itself, and just her overall, I guess, impact on the game.
My favourite thing about her being back is that my little girl will now stop badgering me about when she's coming back. Brilliant goal. Evie just went, "Oh my gosh, she only scores top bins." I was like, she does only score top bins. Like the World Cup goal against Australia, just scores top bins all the time, doesn't she? But yeah, it's great. And a sort of physically and mentally fit Ella Toone at this point in the season and sort of getting to the business end is only going to be a real positive for us. Because she's such an influential player and she's been quite the leader, I think, for the last couple of years. So again, really important to have her back. And I thought her and the performance of her and Miyazawa and Janssen in midfield together was understated, but I think it worked quite well. We've talked about midfield balance and I thought that worked really nicely when the 3 of them are playing together. So good signs going forwards. I don't know why Grace was out. I don't know if she was being rested or if she's got a slight injury or something. But it looks like we'll be okay with the midfield with the 3 that finished the game. But yeah, always pleased to have her back. She's been arguably our most consistent player for years now. And it's just lovely to have her back on the pitch, scoring the goal that she's been desperate to score. You've been able to see the frustration, I think, in her in the first half of the season at maybe not performing at the levels that she would like to. And And I think she's always been a player that's put a lot of pressure on herself, and that coupled with sort of the personal situation must have been hell. It must have been really, really grim for her to have to sort of deal with that in the spotlight. So yeah, it's good that she's had time away and recouped and sort of worked on herself a little bit and recovered a little bit. And to see her come in then and do a performance like that, again, granted against West Brom, but she came in and she was firing on all cylinders and she just upped the intensity. Sandberg came on and really upped things, and then Tooney came on, and it was just trouble for West Brom from that point, really, wasn't it?
No, absolutely. And Barry, same over to yourself, because Charlie and Jess have both picked up on Toone did an interview after the game when she was talking about, she felt it was good for her to go away. And it's like I put on my tweet, I think you never want someone to get injured, but I do think that has done her the world of good, actually, just getting away from football full stop. I think just getting out of the spotlight a bit, being able to focus on herself and, mentally and physically. I think, to be honest, I think we'll see a much better Ella Toone now for the second part of the season than maybe what we saw in the first.
I think the thing is, when you're in a situation, it's always easy to just sit there and go, no, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to play. It's my release. It's where I go and spend my time. It's, all of that makes sense. And especially when you're in the situation. But actually, a break from something can often be what you need. And you don't know that you need it, because in your mind, you think that taking that time away is just going to make you concentrate more on the negative side. And those sorts of things. And I think that really she massively needed a break. We've said that for a while. Her numbers were still amazing, but she needed a break. And, she had suffered just before Christmas one of the worst feelings that anybody will ever have to undergo. It's the hardest thing in the world to lose somebody close to you. Not least somebody who has been to every single football match, taken you through your youth career and supported you as much as Tooney's dad did. So it was always going to be hard for her. And for her, I think she just wanted to carry on playing, just wanted to carry on trying to make him proud. But actually, she needed that break. She needed the ability to go away. She had, to be completely fair, fans on her back. There were people moaning, oh, this isn't Tooney. She's not playing the level she should be playing at. So she had all of that to worry about. And she, as Rick's just put there, she's played consistently. If she's not playing for United, she's playing for England. If she's not playing for England, she plays for United. She's into every international break. It's just been consistent for 3 or 4 years. And she needed this break. She needed it. And it shows. She's come back. She's playing well. She's got a smile on her face. She's enjoying football again, and she's had the chance to try and deal with her grief. And I know that grief affects everybody differently, but she's had that opportunity now to go away and do what she's needed to do. And it was just an unbelievable goal, a well-deserved one. But even within that, she's not worrying just about herself, because there was a little celebration that she did for a lad that she had met in hospital as well. So I think even those little things, Tooney is one of those people who will go out there and think about other people regularly. And I'm just incredibly pleased that she's been able to come back and do as well as she has.